Hey everyone watching this, I'm here with Amanda Wolfchild. She only has 2 videos on her channel, but she already has over 100 subscribers. Can you introduce yourself, Amanda?
Hi, I'm Amanda. You should go check me out. I don't really
Yeah,
know what to
she
say.
her first video on her channel is the best video ever. Like it's a very necessary video that needs to be put out there because it it talks about a rising issue within the YouTube community, anti-feminist community. Okay, so before we go on our topic, I just like to ask you what brought you into anti-SJWism, if that's a term I just made up.
I just kind of came across one of Bering's videos actually, and from Bering I found Suit Yourself, and from Suit Yourself I found everybody else, and it was just nice to finally find people that could have a logical conversation, something that wasn't based on emotion, because I grew up in a very religious family, and emotional arguments is really all I ever learned.
Because yeah, that happens in religious families. But yeah, you discovered everybody through Bering. So I take it that he's your favorite anti-SJW.
I, I have a lot of favorites, so it's hard to really pick one. I've always said that Sir Sick is my favorite, but I kind of say that I like his stuff. I'm not lying about that, but I say that because he's the first one that actually talked to me on here. Like he answered my comments and he shouted out my son for his birthday. So that makes Sir Sick really, really awesome in my eyes.
Okay, so for your favorite, it's more like a personal thing because he was actually really friendly to you.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I'm a chick, so we do things like that.
I could understand that. Like yeah, Sir Sick is really cool, but I only just discovered him this morning. I'm always looking for new people to do interviews with, and Sir Sick has pretty cool videos. But I haven't rewatched them all. I really should, but I don't really have time. I'm trying to look for other people to have conversations with, and it's eating up all the time that I need to be able to watch these videos before I interview them.
Yeah, I've noticed since I started making videos, it gets harder to watch and comment on everything like I always have.
Well, you gotta keep trying though. Uh,
Well,
Go ahead.
I say always, but I've actually only been around since November. I don't know if anybody noticed that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like
Like that's when I found Bearing was back in November, and that's when I started commenting on things and commenting on streams and stuff.
oh, okay, because a lot of people that I'm interviewing are relatively new. I'm actually surprised. I have cognitive thought tweeting me right now. He wants to. I asked him to do an interview on Twitter. He's telling me that I it might be a big challenge, but I'm gonna try. Like
Oh, that'll be cool.
he's giving me a pretty difficult time, but we'll have to see when we get there. I'll have to answer him later.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it could be hard to schedule streams. I mean, pretty much the ones I see are just like a last minute thing where everybody just threw out the link and everybody joined in, and then you just ignore all the shit you should be doing while you're streaming.
Okay. Oh well. Anyway, I saw you in Red Robot's chats a few times. Like, can you describe how you found Red Robot?
um, I can't remember which stream I actually found him in, but I found most people through comments in streams and stuff, and I liked what they had to say, so I went and subbed them, and I try and get in as many streams as I can in the chat, be some chat cancer.
Oh, okay. So you like want to get your word out there.
I'm the stream groupie. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah, that's kind of me too. Oh,
Uh-oh.
hang on. Give me 1 second. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. So I could understand that because I'm kind of like that as well. I had first started I first got into like streams through Red Robot. Like he was in a stream with someone else, and the host gave me a link to that stream. I got to like, know a little bit about Red Robot in that stream, but then he moved his all his hangouts towards Sundays, and at the time I had a job that required me to be at work on Sundays, so I really couldn't join all his hangouts. But eventually I was able to join because I found the time. But now let's move on a little bit towards like anti-feminism. Like what exactly brought you into like the anti-feminism, anti-SJW thing? Like not on YouTube, but like how did you learn about it? Let's just say, how did you learn about anti-feminism?
Well, I mean, you see stuff on like Facebook and in the media and everything, but I was kind of leaning more towards the left side of this, towards the liberal side, because they don't really show you everything that's going on until you get on YouTube and you find these, you know, streamers, these content creators like Bearing and everything. You can see, oh my God, these chicks are crazy and want to do crazy things. Like, I can agree with the general premise of a lot of what they say. You shouldn't use your language to attack somebody. You shouldn't purposefully misgender somebody, things like that. But then they turn around and they take it so much further. You have to make this a law and you can't say these things at all. And they're fucking nuts.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. So it's kind of yeah, there's a lot of people that they used to be feminists at first, but then they saw how crazy it went and said so they joined us. So you were never a feminist, right?
No, I never have. I'm not really into labels. I've never really labeled myself as anything, but I wasn't really part of that. I didn't really get into those stories and everything. I've more leaned towards the police brutality. I have a real problem with police brutality. Growing up poor, I saw it a lot. So I kind of leaned closer to Black Lives Matter before I realized that that was a really insane movement, and found all lives matter and thought this is what it should be like.
Yeah, I totally agree with you because Black Lives Matter. I agreed with them at, well, maybe not at first, but I agree with their viewpoints. I understood that, like, yeah, there are a lot of black people that are being abused by police, and I grew up in a largely black neighborhood myself, and I see that as well.
But it's how they can it's how they can jump on stories that they don't really know the full thing behind it. Like I was too, like, oh, there's a video, I can see what happened. Holy crap, this looks really bad. But you don't know the whole story behind it always. But then they ignore things where you do. You know the whole story. You see everything that happened. Like Kelly Thomas.
Uh-huh.
Because he's white. That's the only reason they ignored it. And that bothered me a lot. That should be a household name, and it's not.
Yeah, totally. But let's move on to the topic of MGTOW now. Let's go on to the main course of this hangout. So you first discovered MGTOW because of Markov, right?
No, kind of. I'd found Angry MGTOW and Sandman and a couple others just from their videos popping up in my suggested, and I'd watch their stuff. And there's some MGTOWs that put out like feminists do. They put out things that kind of make sense, but then you find the really crazy ones like Sandman and Angry MGTOW and Markov. And I'd posted a couple of comments, you know, saying, hey, y'all are saying all women, but obviously it's not all women, because here I am and I cook and clean and suck my husband's cock.
You actually said that out loud in the hangout. It's funny.
I've said that out loud a lot of times because it bothers them a lot.
But it doesn't bother you at all to say it, to admit it.
No.
Okay.
Or to do it.
Okay. So you found Sandman and Angry first, and then what happened with Markov then? Like, did you see the videos that he did against Some Dumb American?
Yeah, that's what it was. I saw the stream with SDA, and I was kind of in the comment section on that, but I was a little busy. So when she posted the part with her and Markov, I watched it again, and I left her a comment, and he attacked that comment. Like, he went nuts, keyboard warrior style on that comment.
On you?
Yeah, on me, because I'd commented on SDA, telling me this was going to end, and he's going to end it, and we're all a bunch of cunts, and we should not talk in male spaces, and all the crazy shit he spews.
Yeah, actually, just today he commented on one of my videos saying that I should just leave. I should just leave MGTOW alone and take all of us with me.
Well, if they want to be left alone, they shouldn't go after other people.
Exactly that, but it's too bad Markov doesn't know that. It's kind of funny, actually. SDA made her video, but usually MGTOWs, they pretty much just leave one comment and then leave. They don't really go after people like Markov did. They don't really go after people unless it's me though. Like with me, I have MGTOWs coming after every single video I make. But
well, your name is kind of anti-MGTOW.
Exactly. But even if I didn't make any videos against like MGTOW, I still get idiots coming into my videos talking shit. Like I have videos from years ago where I've been to wrestling events. I've been to like I live in New York City. I've been to a Nintendo World. You know that place by any chance?
I've never been, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, that's a place for like to sell Nintendo consoles and like
yeah,
and Pokemon and all that. I've been there, and I even in those videos, I still get MGTOWs coming onto my channel, talking shit, talking how I'm a loser and all that. When they're the losers, if they're gonna stalk me, and all the videos that I make.
Exactly. Like Markov won't even say my name anymore. He's straight up scared to say my name.
Well, I don't even know about that. He probably isn't. He probably might not be scared to say your name, but he probably is scared to maybe talk to women. That's probably it, because women are the enemy, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, he'll talk to Blah Blah. He's offered to go into a stream if Blah Blah was there, but he straight up won't go in if I'm in.
Actually, I remember the video that Danny the Dingo did a few days ago. Blah Blah was invited. Danny and his friends were poning Markov, and then as soon as Blah Blah shows up, Markov leaves.
Yeah, he ran away. But
yeah.
But yesterday when we did the stream, he was willing to come in even though Blah Blah was there, but he would not unless I left.
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised because this guy is a total loser.
Yes.
Okay, so you supported SDA in her video against MGTOWs, like the radical MGTOWs. Did you see the videos that she did against No Holds Barred?
Yes, that's the one that I'd left the comment on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or wait, that was another one. Sorry, he stalked me to a couple of videos, and that was another one I'd left a comment on that he attacked.
Oh, okay. So and so he actually tried to threaten you in real life too, right?
Well, he made a veiled threat. He said that I have a big mouth, and if I keep talking the way I do, someone's gonna hit me. He's not saying it'll be him, but someone.
Actually, I can't even be surprised anymore, because a lot of these MGTOWs that I get into fights with, they actually advocate violence against me. I've actually gotten so many death threats, it's not even funny.
Yeah, he told his followers to come attack my first video. Nobody came. One person.
You know what? Maybe I kind of see if Markov still did, like, if he made regular videos, he might be as on the same level as Angry MGTOW, and he probably might be able to command an audience to be able to actually go after people like that. He doesn't have it right now, but he actually might if he actually continues to make those same stupid videos echoing what Angry MGTOW says.
Oh, maybe. I mean, he'll just be an angry MGTOW copycat and leech a bunch of his subscribers because he doesn't believe the things like Sandman, or he claims he doesn't believe the things that Sandman says.
Actually, so, the thing is, I do think that Markov believes in the same things that Sandman says, but the thing is that probably for him, Sandman makes too many videos, and he probably doesn't have the time to watch them all. And he claims he doesn't watch Sandman, but I do think that he's still a fan. He might not be able to watch all his videos, but I do think that he actually believes in everything that Sandman says. The reason I say that is because Angry MGTOW is a copycat of Sandman, and Markov is a copycat of Angry MGTOW. So it's like levels 1, 2, 3, like Sandman is the big brother, Angry MGTOW is like in the middle, and Markov is the little brother that actually gets into fights with everybody. He's like coming into age and thinks that by throwing tantrums like the little bitch that he is, he can actually make a point. So that's what I'm trying to say, because like I've if you look at Angry MGTOW's videos, it actually is inspired by Sandman, mostly because in his first videos that he made in his other channel before he started the Angry MGTOW channel, he would end them all with don't forget to take your daily dose of red pills, which is something that Sandman came up with.
Oh man, I should have tweeted this out before I came in. I just realized you should tweet it out with my name. I'm on my phone and can't.
Oh, you're on your phone right now, like where?
Yeah, like doing this, I'm on my phone because I don't have headphones to do it on the computer. I have to buy me some headphones still.
Oh, that's fine. I could still hear you just fine, actually. Actually, your phone seems to be way better than my phone. When I'm actually doing like hangouts on my phone, nobody can hear me.
I think I'm just loud.
Perhaps maybe that's it. Are you using like an iPhone or some shit like that?
Yeah, I've got that iPhone. It looks like a 5, but it's got like a 6 inside. I think it's a 5C, something like that. My
Oh,
husband
okay.
picks all this stuff for me.
Oh, okay. So you get maybe yours is better than mine, because mine is like mine doesn't work for shit. But anyway, so you only discovered like Sandman and Angry MGTOW. Have you seen the videos made like anybody else, like Thinking Ape or anyone like that?
No, I haven't seen them. I think I watched one like MGTOW 101 or
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, that's another idiot. Like with MGTOW 101, I don't really like to attack him that much, because at least he understands the benefit of men's rights activism. But
Yeah.
I don't know about that, because I'll have to ask him, because I saw him make a comment once where he said that the MRM is feudal, which is a straw man, really, because the MRM has actually done way more to help men than MGTOW has ever done.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I had to go in. I heard an alarm go off in my house. I was making sure my kid wasn't up. It was my
Oh,
husband.
oh, okay, it's fine. I could still hear you though. I probably might have to listen to all the rustling and all that.
But yeah, I can't remember exactly what I watch a lot of videos, so it's hard to pinpoint down which one was which. But I think MGTOW 101 was one of the ones that made slightly more sense. Like he
I
still seemed a little out there, but not quite as bad as Markov.
Yeah, the guy, he generalizes too. Like he's always talking about how, I don't think he talks about how evil women are, but he keeps talking about the quote unquote cock carousel.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, that's something he continuously talks about, mostly, and I think it's mostly because he is slight. I don't know if he's slightly or if he's full blown AIDS. I think he might be a PUA. I
Yeah,
don't know
he
for
might
sure.
have been cheated on or something because he seems to think that all women just want a lot of different cocks. And that's really not true.
Well, it's of course it's not true.
I've only slept with 2 people my whole life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of wish it were true, so that way I'd have a lot of nah, I'm just joking.
I think a lot of men wish it were more true.
Yeah. Though with some women it actually is true, because I've met a lot of girls that actually wouldn't hesitate to have sex with me. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it's all individual. Everybody is themselves. There are some women who just love the cock and want to ride as many as possible.
and some that don't.
Yeah,
So,
same with men.
yeah. Um yeah, I would probably consider myself one of those that actually would do it as many times as I could, but I'll just be real there. But to actually find a girl that actually would love me for me, that's kind of now that's a different story. Now there's the challenge.
Exactly. That's the hard thing is finding a partner, somebody who can
Yeah.
pick up your slack and you pick up theirs. That's how it works.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that MGTOWs don't understand that. Like they can't understand that they had to put in the work, and they want it easy, I believe.
Yeah, from my comments with them, or from my talks with them in comment sections, it seems that a lot of them think that men do everything in their, like, they can't understand that even though your struggles are different, you still both have struggles, and though your benefits are different, you still both have benefits. It's like feminists, they don't understand that women and men's struggles are different and our benefits are different in society. That's just how it works. Sometimes you
Yeah,
get the short end of the stick and sometimes you don't.
yeah. Have you seen the video that Julie Bindel did? You know Julie Bindel by any chance, right?
No, I don't know that one.
She's this stupid radical feminist that was advocating separating women from men, and putting like locking men up in concentration camps and something like
Oh,
that.
okay. I think I've heard about her, but I haven't actually seen her stuff.
Yeah, she made a video some time ago where she said like no matter how many times women will try to argue against it, that marriage, the concept of marriage will always be a detriment towards
Mhm.
women. So if you just think about that, like MGTOWs are always talking about how marriage is a detriment towards men, and Julie Bindel is talking about how marriage is a detriment towards women. Um, can you see the parallels there?
Yeah, exactly. And none of them seem to understand that all this does, all the things that these kind of people want is help those who are already in power and make things harder for the rest of us. Like all they want to do is divide people up more and more and more into different groups until none of us are fighting together against the people in power. And then they can just do whatever they want.
Exactly, and it's really disappointing that there's a lot of MGTOWs nowadays that actually want complete and total separation of the genders. Like, but back in the old days, a few years ago, you know the men's rights movement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
the men's rights movement and MGTOW, they were able to cooperate mostly because there was this one lady named Karen Strong that actually united all the men together to fight for their own rights. But ever since Karen Strong just completely stopped making videos, they just the MGTOWs, they just decided to go on their own way. Like they just decided to come up with their own conclusions and just declare all women to be evil. Like if Karen Strong was still around, we probably would not see like MGTOWs going crazy like this, because they'd be able to understand that not all women are like that. And that's something that whenever I say that, they pretty much get triggered so hard because they keep saying all women are like that, and I keep saying no, not all women are like that, and they keep accusing me of making a fallacy, like a no true Scotsman fallacy, and they continue to insist that all women are hypergamous and gynocentric. When you got people like Karen Strong running around and actually doing what she can to help men, how can you say that? Like, how can you say like there's all women are the same?
Exactly. And I mean, I'm all for changing the custody laws and the divorce proceeding. I think that that stuff needs to be fixed. And
Yeah,
I'm a woman. This stuff supposedly goes in my favor. I'm a married woman. And I want this stuff changed so that it's more fair and equally decided.
you know, I it's kind of funny. I have never run across somebody arguing against that the family courts, like arguing against like the the what's the word I'm looking for, the broken system that is the family court. I have never across anybody that argued against that.
I
Um,
haven't either.
like you said, yeah, the family courts are don't work. Like the people that I spoke to in my previous hangouts, they all said that the family courts don't work. MGTOWs are saying that the family courts don't work, but out of the people that I interviewed and the MGTOWs, who's the one that actually wants to fix it? Because it's not the MGTOWs.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's not them.
It's not the MGTOWs, because if you tell them to, they won't do it, because they consider activism to be a complete waste of time. And it's kind of funny because they've never even attempted to do any activism.
Well, their YouTube videos are all just basically put out there. They say they're trying to teach young men, but they're trying to brainwash young men into thinking that all women suck. Like, have your first relationship that sucks, because everybody's first relationship sucks. It's all
Yeah,
your first love is heartbreak. That's all there is to it. And
yeah,
then from there, you need to immediately begin to hate all women. That's what they're
yeah.
trying to teach men.
And yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I get a lot of MGTOWs telling me, like, they're not trying to change the world. They're just trying to make as many men go MGTOW as possible. And
Yeah.
they claim, they keep trying to tell me that they're not a cult. Seriously. Do you see like the parallels to cults when it comes to MGTOW?
Oh, yeah. And feminists too. And even religions, like some religions that go too far, or people within religions that go too far, turn around and make cults. You can see
Yeah.
it in extremists of anything. Like, that's what they do.
Yeah, like I have this analogy. To me, MGTOW is Scientology and feminism is Islam. That's my like
There
that's
you
my
go.
trademark. That's my quote, because uh I don't know if you like did any research on the topic of Scientology. I
Oh, yeah.
dabbed in Scientology a few years ago, and I figured out like all the ins and outs of what Scientology is. Like Scientology is like it promises total freedom towards people that are questioning like their lot in life, and they claim that if you join Scientology, you'll be free. And that's the same kind of bullshit that I see MGTOW's doing. Like they claim,
Well,
like, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, at least with Scientology, they're giving you exactly what they're saying. They're basically telling you from the beginning, hand over your free will and all of your money and your resources. Just give us everything, and we will just make you happy. And then they do that.
Actually,
So at least
no,
they're honest.
actually, I don't know. Like with Scientology, they say hand over your free will and you'll be free. What kind of oxymoron is that?
Well,
Like,
Well, it's I'm trying to think about. I'm bad at things like this with recalling facts on the spot, but there is a psychological theory behind that. That some people are only truly free and happy, like only free in their minds and happy when they are under the control of someone else. It's like the ant theory.
kind of
You
sounds,
need like a
yeah.
queen ant.
When you say it that way, it sounds exactly like MGTOW.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen all the parallels. There is a quote unquote bridge to total freedom in Scientology, and there's levels that you have to cross to be able to reach that, to cross that bridge.
And
Apparently,
it costs money.
yeah, it costs money. With MGTOW, it doesn't really cost money, but it costs your sanity. Like people, they want people to be paranoid of women, and they
Yeah.
claim that actually frees men. But if anything, it actually makes men even more dependent in women, because they can't really get their minds off women. Like Sandman, Angry, and Markov are always making videos about women, and MGTOW is, as its claim, it's supposed to be uh, freedom from women, and I don't see any freedom from them, because all they talk about is women. That's all they talk about. Like how
Yeah,
even women.
exactly. Their
Yeah,
obsession with women.
yeah, and like with Scientology, there's this obsession with like the outside world. Like the outside world is evil. You can't trust like things like psychology. You got to only follow us. If you only follow us, that's that's where your journey towards the bridge of total freedom begins. But there is no Scientologist that has ever quote unquote reached that bridge of total freedom. And neither do MGTOWs. The only MGTOWs, quote unquote, that are actually free are MGTOWs that don't follow the label.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of, again, true with you can extrapolate these things out to everybody, really.
Yeah, kind of like with feminists too. Though with feminists, there's I compare them to Islam mostly because Islam is a way bigger religion and way more powerful than Scientology will ever be. And Islam, you can't question Islam. If
Hold
you
on,
do,
sorry. What?
go ahead. Uh, okay, let me just.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Sorry, I left a game going on my husband's computer and I didn't know, so he thought our
Oh,
kid was still home.
oh, okay. Okay, but just to continue this, I equate feminism towards Islam mostly because Islam is way more powerful than Scientology, and in Islam you can't question, society can't question Islam, or else they get the hatchet. And it's the same with feminism. If you question feminism, you get the hatchet. And so that's the parallel that I make of between like feminism and MGTOW and religions. Like to me, MGTOW is Scientology. I could see the parallels between the both of them, and feminism is Islam because I could see the parallels towards both of them.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
exactly. And it's more like what's popular at the time. Like feminism, you can't really touch it right now because it's the popular thing right now. Same with Islam, it's the popular religion to be talking about at the moment. But these things kind of come in cycles. Like it used to be Christianity and feminism. Actually, feminism's been going a while,
Yeah.
but still, these things kind of go in cycles.
You know what? For a while, a couple of years ago, people were debating on what Scientology is, but ever since then, there's just been complete silence on the opposition side. Like nobody's really complaining about how the injustices that Scientology does, and that's the same thing that I see with like people on YouTube when it comes to MGTOW, because they don't consider it to be relevant, and I don't really like that, because if you allow uh MGTOW to go unchecked, it'll only grow. There won't be any opposition. Like I had a friend that used to be on YouTube here. He talked about how Scientology was growing mostly because there was no opposition to it. Like a few years ago there was opposition, but now there's no opposition at all. Um, did you see the video that Bering just released a few hours ago?
Yeah.
The one that he did against Angry MGTOW?
Yeah, I saw that. I actually got a response from Bearing on my comment to that. I was
Yeah.
fangirling.
Yeah, I saw that actually. That was pretty cool, but I can't say that I like that video too much, because it wasn't really going against it wasn't really hitting Angry MGTOW as hard as I would have liked to see Bering hit him, because he didn't really respond to the video that he did months ago on where Angry called Bering a feminist. And I don't understand why Bering didn't really respond to that, because he wasn't really he was being strawmanned, and Bering pretty much didn't even defend himself, and I don't even understand that. Um, at the end, Bering made this analogy of like what if like in the future there was only a world of just men and there were no women. The bear the kid said that he made the argument, what if the kid has a raging hard on and he wants to stick his dick in some holes, like he tries to do it with a vacuum cleaner and all that,
Yeah.
but it doesn't feel right. That was Bering's argument. But what I don't think Bering understands is that the MGTOW's argument would be the MGTOW's counter argument to that would be, by the time that era comes, that we would have female sex robots.
Yeah.
that
Companion bots.
Yeah, that's the arguments MGTOWs would come up with, and I could
Because
see it right now in the comment sections that if the MGTOWs are going to come in and they're going to say, you don't understand. By that time, female sex robots would have been invented.
well, think about this. They say they don't need women and that women fill no role, but they want to get rid of the women, and then they're going to have to create something to replace the women.
Exactly.
All they want is women with no thinking
will.
of their own.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they want. And it's kind of funny. Like,
those, they just cost money.
It's kind of fun. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of funny. That's actually available in the market, like in the there's there's the sex dolls and all that.
Well, I meant women. You could find women that are airheads and that don't care, and they'll just fuck you and won't think anything. They just cost money to keep up with them.
Exactly. The thing is that like these sex dolls that I'm talking about, I don't think there's really as big of a market for them as there is for like dildos for women. Like they don't, I don't know for sure. I don't have like the statistics, but I don't really see a lot of men going out of their way to buy like sex dolls and like sex toys for them, like these fleshlights and all that. Like I don't turd flinging monkey.
No, who?
Turd flinging monkey.
No, I don't know turd flinging monkey. These are names I'm gonna have to look up now.
He's another stupid MGTOW that actually does reviews for sex toys for men.
Oh gosh.
It's kind of funny. I don't think he's reviewed the Tenga egg yet.
Oh well, he should.
And we're talking about, here we go talking about Tenga eggs.
Brought to you by Tenga eggs.
Yeah, like I don't know what's wrong with Red Robot in there, but I don't think the Tenga egg is as popular as dildos.
Oh, probably not. I mean, I have a what? Oh, cigarettes. Sorry, my husband again. He didn't know I was going to be doing an interview today.
Okay.
Didn't tell him. But I have a vibrator, but my husband doesn't have any toys.
Exactly. So like I don't think he wants one. Like
yeah,
most
I don't think he
men,
does either. He bought me the vibrator.
Most men probably won't want any of those, though a lot of women actually enjoy vibrators.
I just jokingly mentioned the vibrator, and the next thing I knew, he bought me one. So
that's cool. So that's something else. Like when it comes to bearing, I don't think he knows his way around the MGTOW thing, because I don't think he has an interest in it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think Bering's just not really all that interested. I think that's a lot of people's problem with things like Scientology and like the MGTOWs is, at first they really just seem like a joke, and then when they do finally start getting serious and you realize that, they will attack anybody who says anything to them. Like the Scientologists went and stole all their documents off of the government databases and stuff. They hacked in and jacked all their stuff so that they couldn't report anything on them, and all kinds of crazy things.
Exactly.
Well, MGTOWs are the same. You can't even point out, hey, look, here's a woman that you're wrong about, without them going, oh, no, you're a liar. You're just a liar.
And that's the worst part about it. Like, people just wrote MGTOW off as a joke, and now they're paying the consequences, because all these MGTOWs are going around actually attacking people, really, because they really didn't have any opposition. They're getting opposition now, but to me it's a little late. I mean, we could probably still fight against them, but we could have had a much easier time when MGTOW was much smaller.
Well, it's kind of a catch-22 as well. If you pay attention to them, then you're bringing more attention to them, and they're going to get bigger faster.
But I don't know. Like, you had to bring like your A game when arguing against them. Like you got to make sure to argue against every point that they make.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway because they don't listen.
It's true because I got this one guy thinking that he wants to do an interview with me, and he claims not to be a MGTOW, but when I look at his channel, all his liked videos are MGTOW content. So I'm like, how about no? I'm not gonna interview you because I don't think you understand that you're not gonna get you're probably just trying to want to get me into an interview with me just to try to talk me down into agreeing with MGTOW, and it's not going to happen.
Well, why don't you try having a text conversation with him first, see if he's willing to do that. That way you can get kind of an idea of where it's going to go, because I think that could actually be really interesting if you actually, got someone who says, I'm not a MGTOW, but they know what all the MGTOWs believe. They've watched everything.
Nah, he claims not to be a MGTOW, but he's leaning towards MGTOW because he says that he watches my videos, but he doesn't agree with anything that I say. So I'm like, whatever. I'm not look, understand my point on your own. I'm not going to have to repeat myself over and over again. I might get into a text conversation, but it might not last long. But okay, so I believe I spoke to you a few days ago about if I've seen you on somebody else's channel. Like, do you know An Ear for Men?
No, you had mentioned something, and I totally meant to go look them up afterwards and didn't. I've been in a lot of videos, and I would have to know what the video was about or see my comment to remember what I'd said.
Yeah, I could have sworn I saw you on Paul Elam's channel. You know Paul Elam, right? No.
The name, if I saw their picture, I'm not that good with names. I'm better with faces.
He's this guy that has like he's this old guy in his 60s, and he has like a goatee in gray, has gray hair.
I think I may have seen one, at least one of his videos.
Yeah, maybe it was one video. Maybe I just saw your comment out of circumstance. I'm not too sure. I could have sworn I saw you on one of his videos. That's why I'm kind of like curious.
You'll have to link me to him after this, and then I'll have to go check
Yeah,
it out.
yeah, I will, because at least with Paul Elam, he's probably the most reasonable MGTOW on YouTube right now. And I wouldn't even consider him to be a MGTOW because the MGTOWs hate him. Because
they hate me too.
well, with Paul Elam, he dared to have like a differing opinion, and the MGTOWs pretty much strawmanned him to hell.
And that's what feminists do too. I hate that they keep using feminist tactics and claiming they're not feminists. Like, you're the same thing.
Yeah, like like MGTOWs and feminists are two sides of the same coin. They pretty much can't understand that you're making the same types of arguments. If I switched them around, I wouldn't be able to tell who made what argument.
Yeah, it's the same thing with racism. A lot of this stuff, they have the same problems. Like black people and white people. If a black person says something racist, it's still racist. Just because they're black doesn't make it not racist. And if you swapped the races of the people in a lot of the things they say, everybody would be upset. Same thing with MGTOWs. If you swapped the genders in everything they say, if you said that men's sperm was hypnotizing women into cooking their food and cleaning their laundry, MGTOWs would be pissed.
I wouldn't be surprised if some feminists came up with that, because
oh,
Julie
I'm sure
Bindel,
now that I've said it.
Julie Bindel probably said something like that. So let's see here. What about you said that you were introduced to all this by Bearing. Do you watch Sargon of Akkad, TOD, or you watch the Honey Badgers at all?
I do. I watch some of theirs, but they're just a little bit slower, in their talking, so it's easier for me to watch without paying as much attention. So I'll be paying more attention to my real life.
Yeah,
It's like school.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult. Actually, uh, the honey badgers, they've been increasingly more boring to listen to, mostly because their videos are so long and all they talk about is like this, doing like a critiquing some research paper, and it's like, ugh, this
Well,
is
actually, they
boring.
did a really good one a couple of days ago, I think, that was about disgust-based thinking, how the SJWs and everything, how they think differently, and it explains a lot about the MGTOWs and the feminists and the way they think. I liked it a lot.
Oh, did they mention MGTOW in that?
They didn't mention, I don't think they mentioned them outright. I'd have to watch it again, but it's the same line of thinking. They do the same thing that feminists do.
I might have to check that out because it's, but my attention span for their videos nowadays has been really waning. And I actually criticize like a lot of people when they do that. Like, it's ironic coming from me because all I do is like have these hangouts, but I prefer it if somebody made well thought out videos that didn't really stretch so long like this. Like,
Yeah. That's what I try to do is keep my videos, well, what I'm gonna try to do. I only have two, so I can't really say that, but try and keep them a little shorter.
yeah, like these hangouts, I wouldn't blame anybody if they didn't have the time to listen to them because they're really long. And when it comes to hangouts, I there's a feature on the YouTubes right now where you could speed up the hangout to go as twice as fast. So you can,
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
yeah, yeah, that's what I do because it's like I can't I don't want to spend all my time just listening to you. I want to cut it down to at least half. So if a video is an hour long, I just speed the video up so that it is chopped to 30 minutes, and I could get everything in 30 minutes instead of an hour.
Exactly. Oh man, I was gonna say something and I forgot now. I hate when
Yeah,
I do that.
yeah, that happens to me all the time. Oh well. Let me see. Uh, you said that. Do you watch Teal Deer? I forgot to ask.
Yeah, I like Teal Deer as well, but he's like that. That's what I was gonna say is I do watch all these videos and things while I'm doing my real life. Like I'm listening to a video go while I'm washing laundry or sweeping the floor or something. So if it's something that's their voice is a little more like a school teacher, or they sound like I'm in school, I'm paying more attention to the thing I'm doing rather than the video that I'm listening to.
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying because like there's a lot of points to be made, but it's not gonna get into it's not gonna get into my head if they're like boring. Like we've probably all been there. We've been to school and we pretty much were bored to death by the teacher just talking ad nauseum, and it's like that's kind of what Teal Deer has been doing at the Honey Badgers, and like I really am not enjoying it at all. I enjoy like what like do you know the girl that Teal Deer talks to, Bunny Blackwell?
I haven't watched her stuff, but I've seen her on Teal Deer stuff.
Yeah, she's actually really amazing. Like she knows her shit about gender politics, but like to listen to her and Teal Deer just talk back and forth about whatever article they're refuting, that is just boring as fuck.
It can be, yeah.
I would like to speak to Bunny again, but it's kind of hard because she's an academic. She works at a university, and it's kind of funny because usually those places are no go zones for like right wing people. Yeah,
Well, I mean, if you're a woman, you can get into most no-go zones.
of course, I forgot about that one. But even then, like you probably can't get in because if you have the wrong opinions, get out. That's what they'll tell you. Like I remember a video. You know Janice Fiamengo?
Oh, I'm really feeling like a YouTube noob.
Yeah, she's a professor at a university in Ottawa, and she had tried to have a meeting there, and the stupid feminists and SJWs, they shouted her down and shut down her meeting, and it was ridiculous. Like if she had like a following, she'd probably be able to get away with like having a few SJWs there, and while the rest of the crowd actually shout them down, like
Yeah.
her supporters, like Milo does. But
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, like Milo.
yeah, Janice Freemantle just does not have the following for it, and it's really ridiculous because she, even among like people here on YouTube, like a lot of us don't know who she is, and she puts out the best content, but nobody really listens to her because she's doing it on a channel that nobody really nobody has found. Like
I'll
her,
have to check her out.
yeah, I highly recommend her. Her stuff is awesome because she actually uses academic knowledge to debunk feminism, and her videos are fairly short and you'll be able to listen to them in like 10 minutes. So that's what I like about her, because she doesn't really do podcasts like the honey badgers do, because like you don't want to sit there listening to the honey badgers for like 2 hours.
Right.
And so but I will say that Janice Freemangle's voice doesn't have the best, like it's not as crisp as everybody else's. Like she's definitely no Undoomed, let's just say that.
Well, I mean, who is an Undoomed really besides Undoomed?
Hey everyone, and welcome back. Was that any good?
That's actually really good. It's just not deep enough. You can't hit that panty wetting level like Undoomed can.
I have to try, because if I could wet a girl's panties, I'd be a total mangina. because if MGTOWs are gonna say, if I have Undoomed's voice, and using my voice, I could sleep with any woman that I wanted to, that they're gonna call me some pussy beggar, mangina, white knight, fucking asshole, fucking stupid
A
MGTOWs.
cuck.
Yeah, that's what MGTOWs do. They use the same shaming language that feminists do, like only reverse the genders or some shit.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
so let me try that again. Hey everyone, and welcome back.
No, further away that time. I think it's a tone only he can hit. It is unique to him.
I gotta practice my Undoomed voice, because Dave Computing Forever Calling could do it pretty good. he actually said the same thing. Hey everyone, and welcome back, and he actually hit it pretty. He was almost there.
I'll have to check that too.
I don't even remember the video
watched
that he
him.
did it. It's like it's pretty old, so I have to
Okay.
look in both Undoom's and Dave's channels to find that video. So it's kind of like it's a double-edged sword, and it's gonna be annoying to find it.
That's fine. But that's why I didn't see it. I'm newer to Dave. I've seen Dave. I watch his stuff, but I'm newer to his channel.
Yeah, Dave Computing Forever Calling is awesome.
He
Like,
is. He's really smart too.
yeah, I know, right? He I don't know if he'll have the time, but I probably had to ask him how to this is going way off topic, but to ask him real quick on how to fix a flash drive that broke yesterday. I had to put this away. But to go back on topic of MGTOW though, like do you see do you have any ideas of how to counteract these stupid MGTOWs? Like if you think ignoring them would work, or would you think countering their points would work?
At this point, I don't think ignoring them is really going to work anymore. I don't think it's really hard. I think as feminism gets worse, so will MGTOW.
Yeah.
But I think that logic is starting to take hold, and I think that eventually things are going to even back out. I just don't know if it's going to happen before we end up in a civil war or not.
Yeah, because I would definitely not advise people to just completely ignore MGTOW, mostly because That's what happened when with feminism back in the 70s. People were ignoring feminism like crazy. Like they were coming up with these stupid arguments and like in college campuses and all that, and people would just ignore them. But now you see these third wave feminism has since devolved, and they're talking about micro mic what's the word
Microaggressions or whatever.
microaggressions. Yeah, microaggressions. They talk about manspreading, mansplaining, and all this bullshit, and it's all because people just ignored feminism uh, a few years ago, and they believed feminism would just go away. But now
Well,
it's here to stay, and nobody's really fighting back against them.
it's just new generations of people coming out trying to fight the good fight, only to realize there's nothing left to really fight in this part of the world, and they're not going to go fight it anywhere else, so they have to make things up here.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny, like the concept of like man spreading, for example. Like,
Yes. God.
I remember reading an article a few years back. It actually that whole concept actually started in like Sweden. Like in Sweden, they were talking about men like lying down on subway seats and all that. And now it's moved on to here. People are doing people are talking about man spreading here, and like publicly shaming men that actually man spread. It's ridiculous. Like, go ahead.
People just take things way too far. They can't look at things on an individual level, anything. Our world doesn't work like that anymore. We're all too interconnected. So
Yeah,
it can't just be this guy was a douche who laid down and went to sleep on the subway. It's all men are a douche who will lay down and sleep on the subway. It's so
yeah.
dumb.
You know what? Actually, speaking about that, I also remembered that I read an article. Well, not just an article, but it was a series of articles and a few videos of of feminists in Sweden saying that they're trying to make men urinate sitting down.
What?
It's true. Actually, I could probably link you to that. Like, um, politicians in Sweden saying that we need to get rid of urinals and make men sit down when they urinate.
Oh my God, that's stupid. If you get rid of urinals, all you're going to have is men standing over a toilet to piss.
Exactly. That's what I do because I don't like urine. Well, I don't. This is getting really personal. I don't want to. I probably shouldn't say it, but I don't. I would never sit down to urinate to piss, and I have a feeling that that's gonna come here stateside. Something like that is gonna come here. Like
That'll be so stupid. Oh
I
my
wouldn't be
goodness.
surprised if Justin Trudeau does that myself though. Like he probably already does. Like
You can fit more men in a men's room if you have a couple of stalls and a wall full of urinals. That's just, it saves space. So you can have smaller
they,
men's restrooms.
well, yeah, like the men's restroom is the only male safe space left,
Right?
unless you count MGTOW. But then again, like MGTOW is not really a men's safe space. It's more like a loser's safe space. That's what it is.
We all just have too much free time now. We don't have to struggle and do things to survive. All we have to do is do mind numbing, menial jobs. And then we come home and we do mind numbing, menial things like watch TV and play on the computer. Nobody has to go uh, tend to their crops or feed their animals or care that their animals are alive. We don't have these things to focus on anymore. So we're creating new things.
Yeah, actually, I will say though that like when it comes to men's issues, like there's a lot to be desired there because men
Oh, yeah.
they definitely get the short end of the stick when it comes to family courts, like false accusations of rape.
And yeah, rape is something we really do need to focus more on. Like being raped in prison for men and women, though it is more prevalent for men,
Exactly.
it needs to be something needs to be done about it. It shouldn't just be a societal joke that that's what's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't have things like a warehouse full of untested rape kits in Chicago. Like, that shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen, but it does. I think it's more like it's a money thing, probably. They don't they don't wanna invest like the money in making sure that prison rape doesn't happen, and maybe when it comes to like the test to the to the rape kit thing, they Chicago probably doesn't have the money to take care of all that. Like Chicago doesn't have the money to take care of anything. That's why there's so much crime in there.
Well, then that begs the question of where are they spending their money that you don't, I mean, police departments get a budget and then they get more money on top of that with all the crazy laws they come out with, like civil forfeiture and all these nonviolent offenses that they're just stealing revenue from you with. So
Yeah.
where does all that money go?
Yeah, this is a whole nother topic that we could probably have a whole nother whole nother hangout over, but I don't really have the knowledge when it comes to Chicago though. So
Yeah, I'm not super well versed in it. I know some of the stuff. Like, I know that there is a huge warehouse full of untested things. I know that there is somewhere a facility where police, they're not, there is like that secret prison. That thing, it does exist, but it's not what they make it out to be. Like, I don't know enough about what it actually is
yeah.
to argue about it.
So yeah, like a lot of these issues that we're talking about, they could go really deep, but the only the only depth that MGTOW goes is to say all women are evil. That's the only thing that they have.
And that's all feminists do, and race baiters, that surface level stuff, that after surface level thinkers trying to get them over to their side. That's all they care about.
Thank you. Okay, so how long have we been going at this? Like for maybe an hour and 10 minutes, maybe?
Probably about, I was about to say I need to get in soon, probably, and my son hasn't woken up yet. I need to wake him so he doesn't sleep all day.
Oh, okay, so do you have any last words to share with our audience?
Just think a little deeper about things. That's all, and you'll see that a lot of the stuff these people are saying is crap. That's it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like you say, think a little deeper. Like MGTOW's talking about artificial wombs and sex robots till they're completely destroy the concept of both of those, and they still believe in artificial wombs. It's ridiculous.
Because they refuse, they won't go and no, just I'm right. That they won't take being called wrong.
Exactly.
They can't think beyond that.
Yeah, you hear that, Markov? Admit that you're wrong.
Admit that you attack first.
Yeah, Markov is actually in the hangout right now.
Of course he is, because I'm here and he's stalking me. Say my name, bitch. Say my name.
And so is Ichabod. Ichabod is awesome.
Yeah, Ichabod is really cool. I wish I could see the chat. I can't see anything on my phone though.
Yeah, the Markov started. Wow, you sure know how to make a fool out of yourself, Yobaxes. I never even thought you would go this low. You both
That's
far
talking to
lower
me.
than dirt. He's talking to me. You're no better than Amanda. You're a hypocrite.
Oh, he will say my name.
Yep, fucking bitch. So anyway, we've been going on for this for a long time. It was great talking to you. And
It was good talking to you too.
Okay. Hope you have a good day.
You too. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Take care.